"Oh fuck," I blurted out. The heavy man in the tweed suit had just been lost from view, now on the second floor of the library. I didn't know for sure if these rules were legit or some dumbass prank on the new guy, but the specificity of the letter and its urgent tone wasn't lost on me. I slipped out from behind the security desk and started up the stairs after the tweed-clad mystery man. I didn't mention in my previous letter, but the library is closed from 1-6 a.m. to students of, the university, and really anyone besides me for that matter. I knew there were a few Chinese exchange students milling around the third floor, but I didn't see anyone on the second floor earlier as I was walking in. That should make a portly gentleman in an all-tweed suit stick out like a sore thumb, I reasoned. But as I peered over the stairs expecting some unsettling visual, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. These jackasses are fucking with me, I thought. But it can't hurt to check around for the dude. After all, the employment manual made it clear that the library was closed to the general public at 10 p.m. and anyone wishing to gain entry to the library after that time needed to present a valid student ID. And this dude didn't exactly fit the typical demographic. The second floor is mostly comprised of open space. Computer labs, printer stations, and study desks littered the floor plan. But there was a section of bookshelves in the northeast corner. It's our government original document section, and incidentally, one of the more expensive collections at the library. Since I didn't see the man anywhere in the exposed vicinity, I was left to assume that he had taken refuge in the book stacks. I groaned and started walking that direction. When I approached, I heard some shuffling coming from behind one of the book stacks that sounded like a mini tornado was ripping through paper. I whipped around the corner and saw the man yanking books and sheets of paper off of the shelves and frantically flipping through them. "Hey, what the fuck, man?" I yelled at him. In an instant, he wheeled around to face me, face red and eyes crazy with thick droplets of sweat trickling off of his cheeks. He looked like a wild animal backed into a corner. Oh shit, Stay the fuck back, the man screamed at me as he thrust his briefcase in my direction. "Oh, come on, dude, are you going to beat my ass with a briefcase?" I asked, laughing. "I'm 6'5" and well north of 220, and this guy couldn't have been over 5'2". I was starting to get annoyed that he was throwing a wrench into my first night on the job. The guy looked at me incredulously for a moment and said, "Oh shit, right," and cracked open his briefcase, reached inside and withdrew a small compact black revolver. "Oh," I said stupidly. 15 minutes into this fucking shift at a library, and already I was held at gunpoint. "Look, man, just settle down for a second. No one needs to get hurt. Just put the gun down and tell me what you're looking for, and we'll find it together," I pleaded. "Fat fucking chance," the man sneered. "You bastards want to ruin my name. I won't have it, goddammit. If only I had a little more time." The man looked fraught with stress as he tightened his grip on the trigger and leveled it at me. I squeezed my eyes shut for what felt like a month and a half before peeking out again to see the man with the pistol at his side, head hung low. A wave of relief swept through me. "Okay, man, let me help you. We'll walk out of here together and figure this thing out." The man looked up at me, dejected, and met my eyes. "Oh no," he said, "there's only one way out." In one swift motion, he lifted the pistol to his right temple, exhaled, and pulled the trigger. An eardrum-shattering bang bombarded my ears as the bullet ripped through his right temple and exploded out the left side of his head, coating the bookshelf. To his left, in a thick sheet of crimson blood and pink flesh. His body hit the floor violently and his hand released its grip on the gun and it scattered onto the floor. "Fuck!" I screamed as I watched the carnage before me. The man lay there, impossible amounts of blood gushing from a softball-size hole in the side of his skull that soaked the mound of shredded documents that he collapsed on. I backed away shakily, transfixed on the scene in front of me. "Fuck is going on, dumb fuck?" A Chinese exchange student with a blue sweater vest approached me from my left, clearly furious. "No, stay back," I yelled at him. A few more steps, and he would be within view of the bloody mess in the recesses of the bookshelves. "You dumbass loud as fuck while we study," he proclaimed as he stomped over and stood toe-to-toe with me. "Please, I need you to step back. A man just committed suicide." "I need to call the police," I pleaded. He looked to the left where the gory events had unfolded seconds earlier and said, "Where the fuck here?" in a rage. I looked over and inexplicably saw the government original document section in pristine condition. No sign of the Tweed man, or any of his grey matter anywhere. You sick fuck, you make sick-ass joke and loud as fuck. Stay quiet or we call campus police. The exchange student spat and spun around, walking back to the stairs. I stood there, stunned beyond belief, trying to grapple with what had just happened. I clearly saw the man nearly blow his head clean off, douse the books in his blood, and fall onto a mountain of shredded papers. But none of that was reflected in the current setup of the section. In a daze, with my hands trembling, I walked back to the stairs and descended to the security desk. I walked behind the desk, eyes wide in disbelief, and lowered myself into the desk chair and clutched the letter. It was clear that whatever I just experienced, someone else had experienced as well. I scrutinized the paper deeply. If I was getting through the rest of this fucking shift, I decided, I had to do everything this piece of paper said.